Thank you very much, Vasilis, and hello, everybody. It's wonderful to be back here at Lagonisi. You keep inviting me back, and I'll keep coming as long as that happens. I struggle to find a lot of disagreement, honestly. Whether that's a good thing or bad thing, that I can't separate myself from the Commission.
This would be a problem for the discussion, but I will help.
Yep. Maybe I'll just reframe it in a couple of ways. So, one of the really impressive things beyond what we've seen on the debt profile so far is when it comes to implementing structural reforms over the past 8 or 9 years, I think Greece really stands out as having done that very impressively. And that's one of the reasons why it's at the front of the queue with things like the RRF and meeting the targets and getting the disbursements there. I think Greece is absolutely reaping the benefits of most of its debt being financed at, frankly, very concessional rates, because most of the outstanding public debt stock is still owed to, well, it's pretty close. A lot of it is still owed to official sector institutions. We know those interest rates are very low. They're locked in for a long time. The maturity is very long. That's a key strength, and it has given the government a bit more wiggle room versus other people who are funding themselves on markets. And at the current rating level, which I suspect we might come back to, Greece has a pretty high wealth level. Per capita incomes actually, among the BA-rated universe, where we currently have Greece, are pretty high. But the challenges are everything that we've already heard about. There's more reform needed. People today have been talking about the judicial system, making it easier to do business. One of the great things of coming here and listening to people and talking to people is actually seeing that impetus continue to be there, not just from the business community, but also from the politicians. That drive to continue the reforms. And the reality is pretty much as Declan said, I think. There are some really big legacy issues that we are still working through. I think it took Odysseus 10 years to get home after the fall of Troy. We're talking at least 4, maybe 5 Odysseys to get to a point where Greece is fully funded on financial markets and has met and repaid all of its commitments to European organizations. And that's just a long time. But the progress so far has been great. And to answer the question directly, the score of the Greek economy.
You can give a number if you like.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a rating, if that's okay, because the way our sovereign rating scheme works, we go from AAA down to C. We have individual scores on individual factors that we look at. And at the moment, we rate the Greek economy, if you want to think about it that way, as a Baa1. Okay? We think it's strong. That's a relative strength of the economy. It's just that there are other things as well that matter for credit, which we might come back to.